Wow, Ironheart ended up being way more interesting than I was expecting. But don't expect an episode on Riri Williams herself. Mostly because I'm still not the biggest fan of her comics incarnation. First impressions are hard to shake, don't judge me. But MCU Ironheart deserves better than a half-hearted character summary from me. But you know who doesn't deserve better? Parker Robbins, aka the Hood. Parker was once a small-time crook who accidentally stole a pair of mystical artifacts off a demon during a job gone wrong. I know, but it's Marvel New York. Accidentally running into a demon is way more common than you'd think. With new boots that let him walk on air and a cloak that let him turn invisible as long as he held his breath, Parker was inspired to up his criminal game, taking on the identity of the Hood. He eventually assembled a small army of supervillains, with which he was able to take on the fugitive Avengers team. Yeah, it was a Civil War era, and even kill Doctor Strange. He got better, but it did cost him the Sorcerer Supreme position for a bit. Hood's supervillain gang also came in handy during Secret Invasion's big Central Park Skrull fight, providing some crucial additional manpower for humanity. As a reward for his assistance and a recognition of his status as an up-and-coming organized crime boss, Hood was invited to join Norman Osborn's cabal, putting him in the company of big names like Doctor Doom, Emma Frost, Loki, and Namor. I'm not surprised to see you here, but I am disappointed. Unfortunately, his cloak's demonic nature gradually threatened to overwhelm him, and after a fight with then Sorcerer Supreme Brother Voodoo, the Hood lost his cloak. He'd bounce back and forth between power sources after that, occasionally reclaiming his cloak, sometimes using the mystical reality-bending Norn Stones, and even managing to gather a few Infinity Gems. Hell, he was even Ghost Rider for a bit. Hood is resourceful and hard to keep down for long, having escaped being eaten by a demonic bag and being condemned to hell after a deal with Mephisto, but I don't think he's ever really achieved that peak of being part of the Cabal. Not for lack of trying, though. Next week, I think I've got one more Ironheart episode I can do. Let's talk about the Doctor Strange connection we didn't see coming.